So, good afternoon, folks. How are you? Hey, just a quick update, spiritual perspective. We talked many times about the horse nation, waking up the horse nation. Now, what's going on is the heart of the horse nation is being pummeled with judgment. Jesus would not have wanted to have to be allow the enemy to be severe to wipe out towns. But if you look at a horse, the heart of the horse nation, all those tornadoes are coming across in Horse Nation, and they're heading up towards the northeast. And watch those tornadoes and wept for 3.5 hours, and had to had to watch something else. So the judgment for justice. Now God is a just God, so it's sad that the judgments are harsh in this time because if you listen to some of the people, they said the house started blowing away and we prayed and they were saved, they were spared. And other people, they prayed and there wasn't even a shingle off the roof. But it was very far and in between, far and few between that people prayed and really gave their lives over to the Lord. So you could see a whole town wiped out and then there'd be a house, a whole town wiped out and be a house. And it depends on the people. Okay, if my people will humble themselves and pray, he will heal the land. So I just, like the 20 some years of just like hard to believe that people would be disobedient. Hard to believe that people think it's time to just kick back and hang out when that don't mean you can't kick back and hang out, but if there's lives depend on you. It's last cause. Lives depend on you to do certain things. Then if you don't do certain things, it's like a domino effect. Like everybody in the world everybody that's born normally affects 1,000 people. 2 can affect 10,000. Some of them can affect hundreds, thousands, or millions depending on your position on the planet. Depending on if you're a president, a dictator, or whatever, good or bad, can affect it. So we have all these bad leaders, these liars in towns and cities, governors, whatever, and their days are up. Unless they're going to do right by God, their days are up. And people get mad at me because they think I'm being a brat. I'm trying to save you. I got the lifeboat here. I got the vest, so you won't drown. The revelation of Jesus Christ will save you, the salvation. Just as John 3:16 says, God so loved the world. But then 17:18, it says they were already condemned. They're already on their way to hell. They're already condemned, past, done. So Jesus had to step in, split time to save. That's what salvation means, to bring them salvation. So take the book of John, buy the book of John, read the book of John, eat the book of John. Or if you're a scholar, reread it and see that most of our teachings are not about the Acts of the Disciples. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Blah, 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 blah. So the Acts, the books that Paul wrote, Revelation of John, and the book of John, the revelatory John, just the book of John, how it's written, is a condensed version of the Bible. So we got to get with the program quickly because if you see the storm, just like the disciples saw is past tense. They saw the storm. Now Jesus said we're going to the other side in the boat. Jesus went and took a nap. He's sleeping like a baby. God's baby, God's child, God's son. And they saw, which is past tense, they saw the storm and they saw that it was going to dash upon the rocks. So by their fear and by their thinking, that's their prayers, brought that storm over to them and would have dashed upon the rocks. So when Jesus woke up Jesus, he had to tell them, peace, be still. in the disciples. So those tornadoes can dissipate or they can terrorize. People are going to be forced to use their faith. They'll be forced to use your faith. I was forced to use my faith. I didn't know what faith I had. I thought it was just, mustard seed. But a mustard plant grows in a whole tree. So you use Jesus' faith. All you need is a mustard seed on your part. You use Jesus' faith, and you could tell that tornado to move the other way, go the other way, and dissipate. But because the masses of people have not been taught correctly, they've been not taught how to be a disciple, how to usher in the kingdom come, the will be done. They were taught just religious baptism in water, which is unto repentance. They weren't taught to walk in the fire like Daniel's three friends walk in the fire with the Son of God. They weren't taught to walk in the Spirit of God. They're only taught baptism to repentance. And then they thought they were good. So they didn't think they had to do much more. They didn't think they had to do any works. Now, salvation is free. But now what are you going to do? Now you need to work with Jesus, not for him, not just outside the camp, for him, which is like a laborer. No, you need to work with him and you. So that'll change everything. So I'm going to keep this short. But major judgment coming, and it don't have to be. It don't have to be. Because if you see the storm, it said they saw, which is past tense. They saw it. They claimed that it was going to dash upon the rocks. Past tense, then it manifests in the present time. Remember, I told you, claiming is done, for it manifests in the present. So it's like a time. The time is shifting. The time from backwards to forward, just as Jesus split time, you need to split time. Call it as done, because Jesus said it is finished. Before it was finished, he said it was finished. Let him finish you. Please pray. Please pray and proclaim the good news. God bless you.